Okay, guys. We're back with.
Wait, what do I look at? Because now that I can see myself, I'm like attracted to that.
You're attracted to that. You could look at that, but I can take it away from you.
Are you sad you
Okay,
can't see
whatever.
yourself anymore?
Yeah.
Well, we have a very special guest back. We didn't know if she would make it on this episode, but we're so grateful that she's here.
Yeah, there was like a huge scandal. I had to go all the way to Daly City to like retrieve something.
Yeah, so Lila and my mom got into a pretty big fight the other day
It
because
was a tussle. I was like, man, coming for Thanksgiving, I was like, what's going to happen? There's got to be some beef being thrown around. What's going to happen?
Me.
And then it happened. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, so pretty much I was going to a party and I wanted to look my best, okay? And I'm like really in.
Let me just say one thing real quick. Lila is on her revenge tour, okay? She's looking like a baddie. She's a hottie. She has
This
all
is
her
a really bad representation, but whatever. I just got my haircut actually. Let's show the front.
You still look pretty though. You look pretty. You're just kind of like in the grout fit because you're like, I don't care, whatever. You're too cool for this.
Well, I wasn't gonna dress up to go get the earring. Anyway.
Right. But anyway, Lila's on her revenge tour, and she's just kind of showing all those bitches that, were rude to her in high school or even before that she's better than all of them.
I'm low-key scared that like somehow this is gonna get out. Like every time we film a podcast,
That the
I'm like,
link might drop?
yeah, the link might drop in the group chat, and everyone's like, "Look at Lila," and then I'm like banned from San Francisco.
Well, I've already been banned several times, so
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Okay, well, what are we telling? Am I telling the earring?
Yeah. Could you hold your mic just a little bit closer? Yeah.
No.
Perfect.
Okay, so I was going to this party, and I'm very much into like the Sophia Richie look right now. Like I got my watches on. I got my little. I'm very gold.
She's
girl.
elegant,
Yeah.
elegant gold girl.
You got my French tips. Anyway, like that's very much the vibe that I was going for, like clean look. And so I didn't bring my hoops from Boulder, so I decided to wear my mom's. And I didn't know like how fucking valuable these shits were. Okay,
These are them.
those are them.
We should hold them up to the camera.
You can hold them up. They bring back so much.
Oh, they're
trauma.
really cute.
They're really cute, right? So I was like, I want to wear these. Why are you pointing them to the fire?
I'm just putting them so the camera
Okay.
can see better. Anyway,
Well, just be careful.
yeah, keep going. You do this, and I'll pretend it's an infomercial.
Okay, anyway, so I'm going through mom's jewelry box, and I find these earrings, and I was like, hell fucking yeah, I'm wearing these hoes. So I FaceTime mom. Also, I FaceTime mom, and she's with the family, like the sister side, and it's like all her sisters, my aunties, and my abuelita, and they all tell me that I look like a slut. So that was cool.
Yeah, give the tea on that.
No, I was... Wait, are they going to watch this?
Do you want to cut that part?
I mean, you guys know how it is. I was wearing something a little bit...
I feel like, honestly, though, I'm going to be real. I feel like during your revenge tour, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've low-key been slut-shamed a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, for Halloween, I was a sugar baby, and I wore nothing, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
She wore like a little bra made out of
Candy,
which
Smart.
is very creative.
And
you know?
I also wore like baby little shorts. Like they were like literally lingerie.
For babies.
They were like lingerie.
Oh.
So I was like, fuck it, whatever. It is what it is. But mom has been telling me that like since I went to Boulder, like I haven't been dressing to like impress,
Oh.
But whatever.
What do you mean by not dressing?
She means that
Like
she's
she thinks
a
I'm
little
not
bit too
dressing elegant
rebelling.
enough.
Oh.
So I was wearing this bodysuit from White Fox that my bag. I'm actually in a sorority, okay?
Also, I have to say that the difference between me and Lila is that I would hide my sluttiness, and Lila, like, she embraces it. She's a confident queen, and I admire that about her.
You know what's funny? Growing up, I was never like, oh, if I'm feeling not, the word isn't like rebellion, but
Rebellious?
if I were feeling like, oh, I don't want to do that, or oh, like I have to hide something, it never occurred to me that I could just like show them, and then from my parents' perspective, be like they wouldn't know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That was a little bit confusing.
Like I feel like when I was a kid, I would hide things, and I feel like if I just showed them, they'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That didn't occur to me either.
Like I feel like Lila will just be like, yeah, this is what's happening, and they'll be like, oh, Okay.
Yeah, well, I just feel like
Well,
it
at
is
least you
what it
showed
is.
us, you know?
And the shirt wasn't even that bad, okay? I literally wish I could insert a photo, but it was like one of those white fox tops, you know, the little baby ones that look like they can't
We'll
fit you when they
insert
come
several of Lila's revenge tour outfits.
Okay, so it had like little like cuts in the middle, so it was very booby top, and it also had, it was a bodysuit and it was a tank top bodysuit, so it looked like a full piece pretty much. And then the jeans I was wearing were low waisted, so you could see my hips. And for some reason, that was like the end of the fucking world. And so
Not the hips.
yeah,
Not the hip
hips.
bone.
The hip bones were really getting to the antes. So that was part of it. Yeah, that was part of it. But anyway, so back to the fucking earrings. I was wearing those earrings in the FaceTime. And mom was like, don't fucking lose those. Those are abuelitas. Don't fucking lose those. Those are real gold. So whatever. So I go to the party and like life goes on. I'm at this party, whatever. I actually lose this watch. And the reason I knew I was losing the watch is because I jumped on the trampoline prior. Okay. I was jumping on the tramp and people, I don't know if you guys are like familiar with the Boulder culture, but Deion
Lila
Sanders.
goes to Boulder, by the way.
Yeah.
Go
SCO buffs.
Buffs.
It's SCO, but
SCO Buffs.
whatever. Anyway. So the culture with that is that people always say shadur, like the shadur is pointing at your watch. So the amount of people that came up to me at that party being like, the shadur. And I was like, hey, shadur. And I look down and my fucking watch is missing. So I immediately am like running around the house, like screaming frantically, because this is my Aya's actually. And it's so pretty. Like I was like, this is freaking adorable. So I then end up going out to the trampoline and I find on the trampoline. It never occurred to me that the earring would be missing too. Okay. I was dropping jewelry like fucking crazy that night. So I'm in the Uber driving home and I feel my right ear and the earring is gone. I immediately start crying. I'm a mess.
I don't even want to know that feeling.
I'm looking
That's
around
terrible.
the Uber, fucking frantic at this point. I call up the guy who hosted and I was like, you need to look around your fucking house. There's a gold earring. It's real gold. It's from Colombia. You need to find that shit right now. And he was like, all right, like I'll look around. He texts me back the next day and he's like, I didn't find it. And I'm like really trying to hide this from mom. I'm like, you know what? She even asked me how the party was and I was like, good. I'm really excited about the mac and cheese. Like I was trying to change the subject at like literally in the most drastic ways because I was not ready to talk about this earring. But anyway, the time comes because the time always fucking comes in this household. We come back from the first Thanksgiving and mom's like,
That's literally the
we
worst
walk
time.
in the door and she's
Also, it's important to know that the first Thanksgiving is my dad's house with my aunt Papu. The second one is my mom's with Huito and Huita. Dad feels very anxious in the morning, right before aunt Papu's. He wants to make sure that we make it there by 11 a.m. 10:30 would be better for him, but we always make it 11:30. And in between, mom gets nervous that she's not going to be on time for Huito and Huitas, which is crazy because every single time our Colombian family is at least 2 hours late.
yeah, we were the first ones there, were we not?
And mom is worried that, we would have we would have been too full and too tired from me and Papu's that we won't enjoy Huito and Huitas. So she's already anxious at this point. She comes home preparing for Huito and Huitas. And Lila blows
Yeah,
the
so
bomb.
literally like the first fucking second we walk in the door, she's like, where are my earrings? And I was like, let me go check. And she knew. She was like, where the fuck are my earrings? And I was like, you know what? I have to come clean. So I was like, Mom, I was in the Uber last night and I felt one of them and I couldn't find the other one, but I know it's in his house. Like, I knew in my gut.
Okay, at first you didn't come clean though. Let me say my part of the story.
Okay.
So
Whatever.
Lila had been like, Mom, I have the other one. It's somewhere in the house. And then mom was putting in the mac and cheese and she's like, I just can't believe that Lila like doesn't have my earring. Like, I'm gonna go tell her to look right now in this house. Like, she needs to find it before we go. And I was like, Mom, I don't know about this one.
Which is like, why would you say that?
Because
like,
she was gonna
fucking
make you look
positive.
until you found it. And I was positive.
So I came clean and I was like, Mom, I'm gonna be honest. I
no,
lost
but
it.
first, then mom said to me, that is my mother gave me that from Colombia. Starts tearing up, and then I realize this was more of a sentimental earring than we thought.
Okay. Anyway, back to me. I go up to mom and I'm like, you know what, Mom? I tell her the truth. She loses it and she's like, she literally started crying and said to my face, she's like, get the fuck out of my face. She said that to me, and my jaw dropped. I was like, fuck, this is like
Lila and my mom have like a crazy relationship.
I was like, this is real. Like, this
So
is
what
real
did you
life.
say after that? You said,
I was like, Mom,
okay.
like, I'm gonna find it. Like, I'm gonna find it. I promise you. I knew I was gonna find it.
Here
Never
it is.
doubt me. And also, I never really lose sentimental things. Like, I really never lose people's stuff. Like, yes, I may steal here and there, but like, I don't lose.
Well,
I never lose, but I will take. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's very unlike me to lose a piece of jewelry too, because like I'm very I'm very protective about jewelry and stuff. So this was really a shock to me. So I end up like texting Lucas again, who's the guy who hosted, and I was like, you need to find this shit right now, bro. Like right now. And mom was just not speaking to me. She was crying, and I was like, what is going on here? Like it was crazy.
For her.
So then, where was it? Was it on the trampoline?
I don't know. I texted him and I was like, this is where I was throughout the night. And I told him everywhere that I was throughout the night. And he's like, all right, like I'll check. Like I don't really know. I knew it was in the house.
Did
though.
his mom find it or him?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you. So Thanksgiving passes. The next day comes around. I go downstairs to say good morning to mother, and she was just like, good morning. And I was like, fuck, so the beef is still here. And then she was like, did
beef
he
had
ever?
not yet been
worst.
squashed.
Yeah,
When
the beef hadn't
there
even
is
been squashed.
beef, and then there are moments where it kind of goes away,
And then the beef is back.
and then they come back.
So then she ends up being like, Ma, she was like, Lila, did he find the earring? And I was like, Mom, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm willing to go to his house and look myself. Right in that moment, he texts me and goes, my mom found the earring. And my heart, like, literally.
Like full.
It was full.
And let me see should I say how I found you guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm in the shower. Like, I still think that the beef is present. I come outside. Lila and my mom. Lila's plucking my mom's eyebrows, doing her makeup. They had just done face masks, like full, like Lila's like in a little head wrap, like after the shower. And they're both in their matching robes, okay? And I'm like, what? Like, they're both laughing, like so sweet, like obviously besties in this moment. And I'm like, oh, you guys look so cute. Like, what's up? And
We have a photo.
my mom, yeah, we'll put the photo down here. My mom turns to me and she's like, guess what? Guess what happened? And I was like, what? And she was like, Lila found the earrings. And literally, that's all it took. And they were fine.
Please send that to me.
Wait, I took the photo. I took the other
There's
photo.
two.
Yeah, there's two photos.
But yeah, we had a little girls moment. We had a girls morning. We did face masks and we like talked shit in the living room. And then I did her makeup and I plucked her eyebrows. And we were back to Lil and Lil.
Lil and Lil.
But then I had to drive my ass. That's why I'm late to the podcast, is because I had to drive my ass down to Daly City to get this fucking earring.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. But anyway, I also wanted to ask you. So Lila and I, this is the longest we've gone without seeing each other.
I don't know.
Well,
don't know.
when you were in school, there
Yeah.
was that. But since then,
I have to say, like, it has been a big shift since Lila left, even though I don't even live here. But Andreas does call me a lot. And I feel like we're really tight right now. Andreas is our brother. I've talked about him many times on the pod.
They know that.
And,
I know.
you know,
They
he
know
was
that.
saying to me that he really was excited to come home. And I felt really excited to come home this time, too, like more than usual, because we both knew you would be here.
I was very excited to come home. I was a little bit nervous, but I was very excited.
And also, I just want to mention that last time that we recorded a podcast, Lila vetoed every single question that we had about college.
Yeah.
And so, correct me if I'm wrong. Has that changed?
When the hell? Yeah. No, because I didn't want to go to Boulder because Boulder's kind of known for being a stupid school.
Oh,
like everyone's
is
always. I mean, I
Not Boulder
guess.
brains.
People say Boulder brain. That was fucked.
That was crazy.
Spill the tea.
I'm just saying that she doesn't like Boulder.
We need to context.
So when I was deciding between colleges, she was like, "Don't go there. Don't go there." And so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going there." So I went there, obviously. And Andreas, we were sitting at the dining room table, and I don't know what I said. I said something stupid, and he was like, "Boulder brain," and I was like, "Bro." So then hours pass, and me and Mom are in the car driving to. You guys were there too, but we're driving to second Thanksgiving, and I was like, "That was kind of fucked up that Andreas said that." For like Boulder brain, and Mom was like, "Lila, she's Boulder brain," and I was like, "Okay." So I actually still go to that school. So like
We
that.
have to get out that whole part
that-
of the podcast.
You do.
It'll be fine. I don't think they watch. We'll just keep it.
They do not watch.
There's no way.
Sophia.
Anyway, I was like, huh. You know, that's still where you go.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying is that people kind of think of Boulder as a little bit slower. Like,
I think maybe it's like a party school.
people think of it more as like a big party school, which it is heavy partying, but you can still get like a great degree out of it and great
Yeah.
jobs. Like you see people, like some people are like working their ass off at Boulder. You just have to like prioritize your time. Like you have to figure out what you want to do. And so I was a little bit skeptical about going there because I was like, you know what, I think I'm smarter than this. But I ended up going. I love my roommates. I love it there. It's so much fun. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Like Sophia was asking me the other day, like, if you got into UCLA, would you go? No.
Throwback, you guys. Remember when she was trying to get into UCLA?
Yeah, they fucking denied me off the wait list.
Well, let's just say that, you know, things work out for the best because I do think Boulder is a school.
I made it to the last round of denials, though. Like, they had denied kids throughout the time, and then I got the last round of denials for the wait list. So that was cool. But
Yeah.
Success story in my book.
Success story, but, you know, I wouldn't want to be at UCLA.
Well, you're where you're supposed to be, and maybe where you're supposed to be is distance from California, too.
Yeah.
You know? And
And
not
you
like
feel
a
that?
crazy amount. It's like a little bit.
It's like a 2.5 hour plane ride, and I don't know, like, I do miss home a lot. Like, there are times when I'm like, I need to be home right now with my family, but I do like, I mean, it's not like me being like, yes, I love being far, but I do
you
like
miss-
being in like the mountains and stuff. It's cool.
Do
Yeah.
you miss California
lady.
more or like
love
obviously you
being
miss
in
your
the
family, but do you miss like the environment of being home or like your specifically family more or like the same?
I mean, I definitely miss California. I miss like the beach. I miss like the weather, cause you know it snows in Boulder, so I have to learn how to ski and shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to learn how to ski if you go
I
to
We
do.
gotta get you on the
People
mountains.
ski, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to ski. But I definitely miss California. Like, I love it, and it's so glamorized in Boulder. Like, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you live in California?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do, And it makes me very prideful of where I live. I always say the heart of San Francisco when people ask me, because people are be like, "Oh yeah, I live in San Francisco." No, you fucking don't. You live in Palo Alto, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah. You do not live in San Francisco. So whenever people ask me, I'm like, I live in the heart of San Francisco. So I love saying that. And then I also do really miss my family, but I think it's made me appreciate them more and stuff. Like, my friends were inviting me out to a bar tonight. And I was like, you know what? No.
Can we please put in the picture of Lila and Aaron last night?
What?
Yeah, we took a photo of you two last night.
Of us?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that. Couldn't even tell you.
I freaking walk into this Sunset bar. This is like a bar where like a lot of SH kids go, and like not like it's just very
Sunset Head
it's
bar.
a Sunset Head bar, and I see fucking Aaron playing pool, and my life was like
I shook hands with like maybe like 10, 14-year-olds. Like there were children at that bar.
they were 18.
I
they were
felt
my
so
age.
decrepit. Like I thought that my skin was
I
wrinkling
also walked
in
in
the
and
moment
Sophia
that I
was
did.
like, like literally looked. I'm not even kidding. I was like, hey, and Sophia was just like, you didn't even recognize me at first. You were like cross-eyed, like, oh my God, it's you. Yeah, you were confused
No, what bothered me is like you were like, you're drunk, you're drunk, you're drunk.
because you were screaming the A word.
Let's
What
be real.
is the A
that-
word?
Let's contextualize.
What?
The A word is a person.
Oh, can we say who that was so that people don't think I was like just shouting
No,
a
because
slur
I
in the
don't
middle
know
of
who
the
fuck
bar?
watches this, bro?
You can just say
The A word was just someone
it's
that
a name. Of
it's
a
a
boy,
name of a boy.
and we kissed.
Oh, Aaron.
What?
You're such a freak ass.
Anyway, so what we go
This
to
is a fucking horror story.
what? But we go to this bar, and every
I
time
feel like you just saw your life flash before your eyes. in
I'm
that moment.
here, this is like suddenly it's like, oh, since
How
when
did
is
you
San
guys
Francisco a
see
small
him?
town?
Like, how did that happen?
I had no idea who he was, but then
But like, how did he come up? Like, how were
Caitlin
you,
was like,
did she
guess which one he is, and then I literally guessed immediately, and she was like, hated that bitch since birth.
Okay, but like, how did you know that he was in the bar? Were you telling her about what had happened?
No, I think she told me that he was in the bar,
Bruh.
Bruh.
and then
She doesn't even know what happened recently. This was a guy that I got with back in junior year. Then he had a girlfriend. Then I got with
Oh.
him fucking Wednesday.
I think he still has a girlfriend. I think. He
Oh
still
my God,
has
it was a bad
girlfriend.
moment for me, you guys. I'm not even going to get into it.
It's
but
giving core Sunset Head hookup
It was
during your
horrible.
revenge tour.
Oh my God, it was
In
horrible.
there.
I was doing that because there's a boy in Boulder that I like, and he told me he didn't want to be exclusive. So I was like, fuck it. I need to like get over him. And like, this guy I used to have a crush on for so long, this guy that I just got with, the A word.
Got him.
And so I got with him, and it was just, oh my God, you guys can't even.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to get into it.
And then
It's
there
okay,
was some
don't.
bureaucracy.
I just don't know who watches this.
There was
Yeah.
just some tea that happened. Okay, that's all we need to know.
Mm.
And yeah, we all ended up at the same bar last night. I felt very old being there,
I
even
was
though
there.
I'm about to turn 24.
Well, it's funny because there was a bouncer outside, and I
Yeah.
didn't have my ID, so I had a photo of it, and I was like, I have a photo, and he was like, no, I need your ID. And I was like,
Not
oh,
Aaron getting
I
stopped.
guess it's like really intense here or something. And then I give him the photo, and I guess it's scanned because it was real. And then I go inside, and I'm like, there are children here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? This is like a
Like 2-year-olds. I felt like we were at, like 2-year-olds were at the bar.
well, it was just like
They were hanging around kids
majority
in my class.
kids. Usually, sometimes you'll see young people, but this was like
All kids.
young people.
yeah,
yeah.
it was kind of crazy. Like I felt like I was at a house party for 14-year-olds.
Some of it was like 18
Like
and
the
up.
bar should start watering down the drinks.
Mhm.
They should.
You know,
I'm sure
That's-
they do.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna get shut down soon. The bar. That's what happened to Tiki Haven.
Damn, not Tiki
Really?
Haven.
It's a
Tiki
bar.
Haven. Tiki Haven is right down the street from us, and
From
it's-
us?
yeah,
No, never been there.
it's like a little Hawaiian bar. Aaron.
Oh.
That's where I go. Yeah, there every Wednesday.
That's what I thought.
Crazy though. Yeah, that was a crazy night. I didn't understand why I needed to move my flight until tonight because it was supposed to be at 6 a.m. until we arrived at dinner last night, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna get trashed."
What? I thought you moved the flight for me.
Oh yeah, for you. Yeah, it was for you.
You fucking lied to me, Sophia.
For Gran, it was for you.
You're lying.
For Gran, I'm not lying to you.
Whatever.
Lila, why
Start
don't
some-
you ever speak into the mic?
Start
I
some
was the,
tea
I'm,
right
I'm
here, you
lifting
guys.
up my things because it's getting me itchy.
Oh.
Yeah, Aaron was trashed.
Aaron honestly wasn't. You
It doesn't
want to
take
know the
much.
tea of what he was doing last night?
What?
So Andreas was trying to get Aaron.
You can't tell him this though. He'll be so sad. You tell her.
You can't tell Andreas.
Wait, what? This is gonna make me cry?
Yeah.
Just say it. Just fucking say it.
So he was like the whole night.
It was really
He-
cute. He was like really best buds with Aaron.
He was like, how many beers are you on, Aaron? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, another beer. And he was like, yeah, this beer is from Moraga. Like, it's a local brewery. And I
He's
was
so
like, oh,
cute.
it's cool.
That was.
It
he was
actually
that
is
was a
hella
good.
good.
That was
it
a
was
good one.
It was good. But he was like, it's like, you like IPAs, right? I'm
No,
like,
but he did tell me he was
None.
like, that one has a higher alcohol content, so I'm gonna make sure that Aaron drinks 2 of these.
and he's like, Aaron's been on the same beer for like 30 minutes. And then every time he's like, finish your beer right now. Chug right now.
Chug.
Chug right now. And then we go to the bar and we get a beer. And he's like, you're still not
And
done?
Andreas was buying all our drinks.
And
Like
he's
he
like-
was being so cute.
and
And no, continue.
Every
I'm gonna
time
say.
he's talking to somebody, he's like, I'm trying to get Aaron fucked up right now. And like, meanwhile, these people like don't know who I am, you know?
He's like my boy.
Well, he's like, this is my girlfriend's, this is my sister's boyfriend. I'm trying to get him fucked up right now.
He went to the
Yeah.
bartender and said that, and he was like, yeah, here, let me get you the good stuff.
So then he comes with a drink. And at this point, I was like, if I consume this, I'm going to die.
Really?
Like, you know that point where it's like, I'm drunk, but if I drink, and it's like starting to wear off,
the
but if I
spins.
drink
You
more,
start getting the spins.
it's going to be a bad. Like, I was already feeling like this cannot continue. Meanwhile, then he drops another one off. He's like, you got to finish this
No,
before we play
he
pool.
brought like a hard drink that he knew this mix. Like he'd been talking about it all night. He was this is the drink that I'm buying for Aaron. What was it?
I have no idea.
It like had a special name, like TTC7 or something like
That's
that.
not it. That's not it, but
That was like a
Could've
fucking
been.
bomb, bro. The TTT7.
Yeah, he was like, we gotta get him the TTT7.
Like, what the fuck?
But he got it for Aaron.
Did you like pour it out?
so he was watching me though, like a hawk. At the levels of the drink, he was just like, it's still full. Like across the table, just like, I still fall. And he's like drinking, and he's like sipping out of his straw. He's like, I've been drinking way more than you. Like mine is way more. You gotta drink like right now. Before we play pool, you gotta drink right now.
He was
So-
also so loud last night. Like
He was so
he was just
loud.
like banging the what are the balls called?
The pool balls?
The
The
pool
pool
balls? The
balls onto the table. Like he was like
Okay.
like that.
Oh, he was like, when I walked in, he was like, hey.
Yeah, he was
And
wild.
then Layla was like, hey, Greta. And he was like, that's all you're going to give me, hey, Greta. I want it. What's up, fucker? He screamed that. And I was like, what the hell? And then I was talking to like all my
He was
old...
in his territory. He was in his
I
territory.
was asking I was talking to all my old guy friends who aren't really my guy friends, but I grew up with them. I was just talking to them, and he'd come over and like rustle my head. And I was like, Andres, get the fuck
Yeah, he kept
out of here.
He kept going like that.
To my head, I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Pretty sure he did that to you at one
I
point.
just
So-
said bro twice.
Anyway, what I started doing was every time he'd go to the bathroom, because I still had my beer was totally full. I would take like the straw, or like I would take a sip of the drink, then I put it into the beer. So then I'd go back, because the beer was like kind of like quarter full.
Okay.
So then I would like take like a big, because he'd be watching me too, and I'd take a big sip, and then I'd be like, oh, he's chasing with the beer. but then I'd be spitting it back out into the bottle. Because if I drank, I would have literally collapsed onto the floor. Because I felt bad. And he was also like, if I told him I couldn't drink it, he would have like forced it down my throat.
Yeah, he was.
I know he would have done that. And then there was a point where he was like, "We'll get a picture. So,
Put the picture down here.
Yeah, we need to get this picture." But he
I want to see it now.
he
It's
really
really
wanted
cute.
a picture of us.
And in the photo, Andreas like flipping off the camera.
I thought he was pointing.
Aaron
at me.
thought he was pointing at him.
So I do this.
Aaron's like this. And Greta's flipping him off. And literally, Lila, this is the cutest part. Before you came to the bar, Andreas and I were just sitting alone together. And he's like, "Hey, Soph, like, I really want to thank you for coming out tonight. Like, I really appreciate you being here, and it's really nice to hang out us too."
When I walked in, it was like really not the vibe I was expecting. Sophia was standing in the middle of the fucking bar, like, and Andreas was just like roaming around, beady-eyed, looking at everybody, and I was like, okay, yeah, these are my siblings. Like, what the fuck is going on in here?
Like
Was it that bad? Like, I wasn't even drunk. My head just hurt, and I was tired, honestly.
I think you were coming down from it.
You were on the down.
I honestly just felt exhausted.
Yeah. Well, because it was like we were ready to kind of leave
Yeah.
and not do the bar, but then it was.
How
like
did you end up even going to this bar?
It was not by choice.
Annie just took us.
Annie
Yeah.
was at the bar?
No, she did not. Come,
No, she would never.
But
Wait, so what happened? Like, you just were like, let's go to this bar?
Well, we were
Andreas
coerced
Yeah.
to go into the bar.
we're
Oh
not
my
allowed.
God.
We
Well,
weren't
because
just like, hey, let's just go us two, Aaron.
Anya and Andreas were like, Aaron's coming with us because if he goes with Sophia's not gonna come. So Aaron,
They
you're
tried to
coming with
kidnap
us.
him,
So
yeah.
they tried to take me with them,
Mm-hmm.
but somehow we weaseled our way out of that. But we did go, and it was fun. It was fun.
It was a nice time. We had a great time. I know that I looked like a dead zombie when you ran into me, but I was having a nice time. I did feel
With
a
the
little
18-year-olds.
embarrassed that I was so old. Like, I felt like a 50-year-old. I felt like one of those like 50-year-olds that sits at the bar when all the college kids come home and like flood it during Christmas.
I mean, you could just tell who the regulars were and who weren't. Like,
Yeah.
all of my friends, or they're not actually like my besties, but all the
Your
ones
grade.
that I grew up with in my grade were sitting at the back like table. Like, you knew like they were the regulars. They were like, that's
Gotta
my
bleep that
fucking
out.
shit.
Yeah.
And Sophia and Andreas and like Aaron were just like roaming around the pool table. And I was like, okay, you can like really differentiate.
You
I
can
feel like,
spot-
is Andreas not a regular there?
No, he doesn't go to the rarely maybe. I mean, like, he's known in the Sunset more than me and you.
I'm not even.
Classy.
I'm a little dot on the map. Like, I'm not even. I'm a speck.
I don't even know what I would classify myself as.
No, you're known in the Sunset. I'd say you're honestly just as known as Andreas. You're just less of a Sunset head, which honestly, good for you.
I don't
You're
know. I mean,
channeling
like,
Sophia
I've
Richie.
stayed friends with some of the people in the Sunset, and also I'm like still close to the guys who I grew up with because they're super sweet. And then I also just pulled that shit last Wednesday with the A word, and so now I'm like more known, probably for bad things, but
Probably not bad.
I
But-
mean, I had beef with his ex, so
Yeah.
Hey.
you know this. She went to the basketball game and was like, "Fuck you,"
Oh my god.
Yeah. and then
So
I was
many
like,
people are jealous of you.
That's crazy.
and I was just like, I didn't know that he had a girlfriend. Like, my bad.
See, I feel like
Maybe.
Lila and I were raised by a mother that's like, people are jealous of you. That's why they're mean to you.
I think that's true most of
Maybe
the
they
time.
just hate us.
And like, she was like, oh, you're pretty. That's why they're mean to you. Like, she instilled confidence in us.
Mm.
So I really felt confident, like, growing up in the city, even though I was bullied a lot. And then I went to LA and I was like,
See, for me, I went to Boulder and I was like, yeah, bro, like, I'm popping off because I'm the
That's how I felt at
only
Michigan.
ethnic girl there.
Mm.
Like, and I'm not even that ethnic. Like, I'm really 50% Latina and I feel black.
Oh.
Well, cut that. Cut that out.
Keep it.
Cut that
Keep
shit
it.
out.
she
You know
feels-
the fucking thing.
Yeah.
You
we
know what I mean.
We know
Like,
what we
I
mean.
feel very.
You
like,
feel full.
Yeah.
Full black.
Cut that.
Yeah. We can't get you, you know.
No one's getting canceled here.
Ousted.
I also have like an
Ousted.
itch in my eye. Continue.
I had an itch my last time too.
Like, what's going last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like falling asleep during the last podcast and he was having an allergic reaction to Donna.
I had an
I think I'm
itch.
having an allergic reaction.
You had an itch. Well, we're almost at 30, so we can cut this in.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't
Any
know.
Well,
final
how do you
questions?
feel like your revenge tour is going?
Yeah.
And
where
do
are
you,
you?
would you
where are you on
categorize
the
it
spot?
revenge tour?
No.
Because I would.
I feel like maybe for you it looks like maybe to everybody else it looks like a revenge tour, but it's me literally just like getting over my ex, who was really a bad moment for me. And it's just me getting over that and like finally having peace within that relationship being done. And I think it's just me like actually realizing like, whoa, wait, I'm kind of pretty. Because in high school I felt like I was the ugliest bitch alive. Like I was like, okay, I'm ugly, no one's gonna like me, like I'm not white, I'm not blonde, fuck that. Like I thought I was ugly.
We also went to a high school that is like
They know we
it's stereotypically check out the other podcast if you want to know the tea on our high
link
school.
that below.
Yeah, link it below.
Because we talk about like the dynamics of SI more in that. But I think I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm not pretty. Also, the guy I was with, who I'd been in love with for 4 years, and like I had dated him for 1 year, like did not think I was like, he just didn't value me for who I was. So I thought I was ugly or something. I was like, what the fuck? And then I go to Boulder and like there's a lot of people on me, and I'm like, wow, like I'm actually pretty. Like people are really thinking that I'm pretty. I come back and I'm like, I am pretty. And guys, let me just tell you right now, I'm looking at you, fucker, you watching this. It's about confidence, bro. Like you could be the ugliest fuck in the world. Okay?
That's so true.
And maybe you are. But if you have confidence, no one's going to even notice. Like
that's so true.
Confidence is key. Confidence attracts people. There's a difference between confidence and cockiness. You
I
have
agree.
to find the in
Confidence is
between.
within.
The A word is cocky. He's not confident, he's cocky.
And confident is being secure in yourself.
Yeah, and it's not downing anyone else. It's just you're like, yeah, like I'm
Well, I could argue if you're confident, you're uplifting other people because you know that you're good enough that you can actually
so you're
help
not
other
scared.
people.
Like I realized, like I went to this party the other day and I was like complimenting people because I didn't feel the need to be like in a competition, you know? Like I was like, you look great. And like before I would have been like, fuck that bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, you know what? Love is love.
Love is love, as
is love.
Macklemore once said. Or no.
What the fuck?
He said that too.
Who said that?
Macklemore, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
What a random.
not to fucking go out on that note, but
That was random.
my flight
Is boarding.
is boarding right now, and I do have to leave in like it's gonna take off. Like the plane is almost ready.
His freaking flight is at 7:15. It's 5.
He's so dramatic.
Am I being dramatic? I'll chill it. I'll chill. No. What? That wasn't like a.
Is it sarcastic?
No, that wasn't like me being sarcastic. Like I can wind this down a little bit.
It's okay. You want to go get to your flight? We can wrap this up.
I know, it's whatever. Yeah, sure. We just have to wrap.
How weird. Guys, this is not the real them.
No, you don't think so?
What do you think the real us is?
No, like when the cameras come on, they're so different. And then when the cameras are off, they're like, Sophia, like the way that she was like, you want to go to your flight? Are you going to the flight? That's not Sophia.
What would she do?
She would be like, Aaron, shut the fuck up. I need to eat or some shit like that.
So true.
Sophia,
Come on.
just be real.
I fight with Aaron on the podcast too. Have you watched any
I
of our
watched the
episodes?
podcast. Yeah, the one where you were sick and you were having heat strokes. That one gave me a lot of anxiety.
But that was real.
That gave me a lot of anxiety.
But you want the real me? That was the real me.
with Aaron.
Well, the
You
real
have multiple real me's.
really? I feel like I'm pretty honest and true. You don't think so?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Lila, tell me.
Wow. I think I have pink eye.
I don't think it's pink. It's probably an allergic reaction.
Shit.
Lila, do you think that I'm different with you versus Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, he's your boyfriend and I'm your sister.
Yeah,
it should
but
be
like,
different.
That's an obvious, like,
I feel like
shift.
I'm a pretty like through line person.
You become a little sassier when Aaron's around. Oh, God. Wait, this
What?
is... Yes.
I'm scared.
Which is true. When I'm around guys that I like, I become sassy. It's just like a...
But I've been with you for 4 years. I don't know if I like you anymore in that way. No, obviously I do, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Cut the cameras. Anyway, the point is I love you, you sweet little honey.
Oh.
No.
No.
Well, I don't know.
Fuck
You want me nice. You
no.
don't want me to be nice to him. You don't want me to be mean to him. I'm gonna literally.
Just the in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm trying to be chill. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to fit in. It's
Me
hard
too.
out there, and most nights I just look like I'm disassociating in a bar. That's why I don't go out. So.
This is really turning into a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
This is like the Sophia story right now.
No. Sophia's story?
Like she's confiding in the cam.
Yeah.
Of course. I always confide in the cam.
I think I just broke your...
No. It's on.
Anyway, is there anything that you want to confide in the cam before we?
No, I think it's just like I'll see you probably in like a month or something.
Yeah.
Around Christmas time. I'll be back.
Yeah.
too.
Let us know how you think that Lila seems.
Maybe like
I'm really
write me
proud
some
of her.
questions or something.
I honestly want to say that I'm really proud of you, Lil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like you've grown a lot.
See,
and
what had I been saying since last year?
What
About
have you
Lila.
been saying?
that she needs to go to college?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that.
Well,
to
I was
me.
like, Lila's gonna grow a lot in college.
And she already
You can
has.
tell she's one of those people.
Yeah. We were.
What is it?
What
are
do you
looking
mean
at me
by
like?
that, ho?
What do you mean like that's a bad thing? No, it's like I think you're a person
I
who.
didn't peak in high school.
Well, that obviously, and then also I think you're more like independent, and I think those people do well in college, and then they grow a lot, and then they find themselves.
True.
Yeah.
Hey
you
guys,
were
I
waiting to
also
get
at the
out.
Thanksgiving dinner table,
Yeah.
I shouted out everyone but Aaron.
It's okay.
But it was like definitely like you could tell that
It was a
like,
really emotional Thanksgiving this year. Like for some reason, everyone was like
everyone was crying.
choking, sobbing at the table.
Yeah,
we go
this
around
one
and
like
see what they-
topped the last one.
Yeah.
The last one there was crying. This one,
It was like
whoa.
Marcella's took like 20 minutes to
Our
finish.
cousin.
She was like cough crying too.
She was
Like,
coughing, but it was adorable.
it was like
And then I went and I was like, "Fuck," because
yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna cry. And then whenever I talk about that situation, I cry. So my
Yeah,
ex.
it's
Lila literally delve into this deep personal story about herself.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, what if people don't know
This is around our whole
Everyone.
mom
the
side
entire
of the family. Like,
You can describe it. Go ahead.
okay, my abuelito and my abuelita, of course, they kind of knew the situation. I feel like,
Well, you can just say what I said.
yeah. So all of my aunts and uncles, a lot of significant others, all the cousins, little and old, that goes from 32 to
10.
Okay, that's
Actually,
the gap that we
fucking
have.
4, I guess, or 1. Mia's 1.
Well, that's our
That's
our
our niece, I
cousin's daughter. So that's the age gap that we have of cousins. And so Lila's the last person at the Thanksgiving table to say what she's grateful for. Everyone's gone around. I don't even know what I said. I think I just cried when I said, Andreas and Lila, I'm grateful for you. And
You
then-
cried for Wito and Wito,
Yeah.
and you didn't say anything about mom and dad.
No, I forgot about
That
them.
killed me. Continue.
I would have cried if I said anything about dad because he was sitting next to me and he squeezed my hand. So
He's adorable.
He's so cute.
So cute.
I love him so much. He also said I love you to the first time to Aaron the other day.
Yeah.
Wait, how did that? Wait, we'll go back to that.
Okay.
Continue.
So we're going around. Lila's the last one. And Lila, at first she's like, okay, guys, fuck. And then she just starts sobbing.
It was over.
And she literally, I couldn't take my eyes off of her in this moment. Aaron, on the contrary, who's sitting next
Could
to
not
me,
look.
could not look.
Yeah,
at her.
Aaron was like,
Nope.
I just
I
saw
was
the
staring
back
right
of
at
his
my
fucking
plate.
head. He was
Staring
just like,
right at my plate.
Yeah.
not
And
look.
Lila starts sobbing and she's like, I just want, she goes on about how she misses home and how Boulder has been a really great experience for her, but she's also feels so grateful to be from such a loving family. Everyone basically said that. A lot of the cousins are away now, so it kind of all sort of talked about
It's like full circle
going
moment.
away and being grateful for the connections that we have with each other because we're all super close. Our cousins are like our siblings basically. And then Lila literally starts breaking down, looks me directly in the eye, and we are
That part
across the table, right?
almost
We were
got me.
across the table. She goes, I never got to thank you
When she said that, I was
for
like,
sticking with me in the darkest time of my life, Sophia and Andreas. And I see Andreas reach over and rub her back, and I start
Sophia Brown.
choking, crying. I am literally convulsing at this this Thanksgiving dinner, convulsing in my chair. Aaron's chill, bro, chill. That was incredible.
that was
It was a good
incredible.
moment because I feel like I never really got to think or say sorry. Because I remember I was in Boulder and I called my best friend Lila, and she was someone who was also there for me during that time of my ex. And I called her and we both broke down on the phone, and I was like, thank you so much for being there with me and sticking through that shit, because I know it was probably horrible for you. Because my roommate's best friend is in a really bad relationship right now, freshly, and I see how it affects Madison, my roommate, and I'm I put so many people that I love through that.
But
And
it's
so
not your fault.
No, it's
I know it's really out of your control if you're in a toxic relationship. You really you're not in your body.
yeah.
And I never got to say to Soph, because I called Andres that and I was like, yeah, I cried on the phone to Layla, whatever. And he's like, you know who you should thank? Sophia. And I was like, I want to be able to do that in person. She's gonna
Kidding.
cry
Me
again.
too. I'm really grateful for you and Greta, and I think that
We've gone closer.
During that time, I want to say that Greta was really the person that he realized at a certain point that mom and dad would listen to him more than they would listen to me, and that he would be taken more seriously. And I feel like he really stepped up, and he really just always was checking in on me and you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's times in our sibling relationship where, like, you two are more connected, or you and me are more connected, or me and Greta are more connected. And there are times where, like, the other person, like, I feel like when we were growing up, Greta and I would fight all the time, and you would be the one to be like, hey, I'm the mediator here. I'm gonna make sure we stay the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
And I feel like Greta really took the role of doing that in the past couple of years, and I'm really grateful for him for that. And he also bought us matching bracelets.
He's such a king. And now he has a girlfriend, so it's like perfect.
Yeah, now he's really happy and thriving and healthy, and
Yeah.
he's maturing too.
It is 5:01.
Okay, so we're just gonna like close out on
Yeah.
an emotional note.
Bye, you guys. See you during
That's
Christmas.
great. See you for a little Christmas little thing that we do or whatever.
We don't know if Aaron will be here, but yeah.
I won't.
Why? What? You didn't even celebrate it at
I
home.
might be.
The fuck?
We'll see.
What do you mean? Is it
We'll
like
see what
work
happens.
related or is it
No,
family
well, it's
related?
my dad's birthday.
I forgot.
Yeah, it is what it is,
We'll see.
You can maybe come for like I'm here for a month, bro.
Oh, okay.
You should come visit us.
Sorry.
No. Just for that
Sorry.
noise.
I had something in my throat.
Okay. FIFA fun bitches.
Is
We're
that
out.
is that your clothes?
That's our close.
What the fuck? FIFA fun bitches.
One time I was like out cold, and
Oh my god! And then you got up and said FIFA fun.
no, and Aaron was hovering over me while I was sleeping in bed, like holding a mic to my face, and he was like, "Say it." So like, say FIFA fun bitches. Say it. And I was like out sleep.
It was so incoherent. Like it was like boom, 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 boom.
And so that's what we use to blur out any of our like really bad
It's
things
crazy.
that we say.
It's crazy. Anyway.
You're gonna have to blur out a lot of this.
Yeah, we'll
So
figure
we're
it
gonna
out.
have a lot of FIFA fun
He's
bitches
stressing.
on
We
this.
have to go.
Okay.
I'll be okay, you guys. Okay.
Bye, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
oh
Christmas.
shit, I fucked
Happy
up. Anyway,
Thanksgiving.
bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.